I'm live. I'm live. You guys, I want to watch The Net. Even though there's no black main character. We were just talking about The Net, and then I saw that they put it on Hulu. Along with this random Kristen Stewart. I don't know what that is. Nobody wants to watch that. But I want to watch The Net. I think that's what I want to watch today. I have my drink. Woo! It's a little bit larger than I anticipated, but that's all right. Woo! Michelle's daughter. Let's go. Hi. Hi, Tempilano. Hi, Jules. Hi, Jay Malik. Hi, Savannah. Yeah, this is just cranberry juice and whiskey. I'm a little bit late today because I was like all set up. I was all ready to go. I sat down. I opened everything up, and then I realized I forgot to make my drink. So then I had to like go make my drink, come back. Now I'm back. I want to watch The Net because they put it on Hulu. This will be an exception to our normal BHOOZEBAKE rules because this movie does not have a black main character, but we were just talking about this movie, and a lot of you guys said you never saw it, and it's really, really good. Yeah, this is the regular time. Oh, you're saying I'm normally 15 minutes late. That's true. True. It's not my fault though. It's never my fault. It's always unforeseen circumstances beyond my control. A series of unfortunate events that always occur. It's not my fault. I want to watch The Net on Hulu. So I already have it up. So if anybody wants to watch that, you guys can watch it. I want to watch it because this movie is really good. And I haven't seen it in a long time. And we were just talking about it, and then they put it on here. So, how's everybody's week? Hi, Savannah. Oh, Remy. Got some Maker's Mark. Gonna go find some leftover wine. Hi, Raise the Random Girl. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Cam Powhatan. I do. This movie's good. Sandra has great movie choice. I don't know. This movie's really good. And remember, we were just talking about it. I think, when we watched Emperor's New Groove? Because I said this movie was reviewed poorly because people felt like it was unrealistic. Which, it's about, like... I don't want to say what it's about. Because I'm about to watch it. But... people felt like it was unrealistic at the time when it came out in 95. Hi, Chris. At the gym. Remember when you were a little late because of a backup at the car wash? Yes, I remember. I was like, come on. It'd be the most random of things. Don't be my fault. Y'all remember that time I was late because I went to McDonald's and they put milk in my coffee and then I had to go back and get another one. And so then I was late. Like, I'd be late for reasons truly beyond my control. Like, it don't be my fault. It's just, I don't know. The world conspires against me on Sundays when I'm trying to fucking go live. I just got the Hulu Black Friday deal, 2 months for a year. I don't even pay for this. This is like somebody I know has Sprint. And so they have it automatically. And I use theirs. Boozing soon. Hi. Hi, Mar. Wine, BRB. Hi, Smart Cool Lunatic. Hi, Natalia. $2 a month. Hi, Fam Samity Sam. Yup, the McDonald's, exactly. Hi, Brooke. That wasn't my fault. I was like, are you serious? And I have to go get another coffee. Hi, Vanity. Hi, Robert. Hi, it's fun, right? It's nice. It's fun to be active. So, just a reminder, I'm going to watch The Net because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I want to watch it, and it's on Hulu. It is not a part of our regular schedule program. There's no black main character in this movie, but this movie is really good, and we were just talking about it. So I am going to be watching The Net, FYI. The Net on Hulu. I'm going to be watching The Net with Sandra Bullock. If you're going to watch it, I'm not going to tell you what it's about. If y'all aren't gonna watch it, then I will tell you what it's about. But if there's anybody that wants to watch it that's never seen it, I don't want to tell what it's about. But I can tell you, it's really good. It's something related to like technology, which is why when it came out in 95, people felt like it was unrealistic. The Net. The Net. It's on Hulu. Hi, Sincere. No, I drew my coffee black. Yeah, like, I don't think there's any black people in this movie. I mean, there's not a ton of people in the movie because of, like, the nature of the film. So, well, it looks like, are you going to watch Brooke? You've already seen it. Hi, Mel. Hi, Deadly Gamer. So, basically, the movie is about Sandra Bullock, like, I'm just going to put it this way, like, she works on the internet. She never leaves her house. Nobody ever sees her. And she kind of gets involved in this conspiracy where they try to steal her life from her over the internet. And it got bad reviews when it first came out because people felt like it was unrealistic. This was, like, before identity theft and stuff was a thing. So people were like, this would never happen. And now people are getting identity thefted left and right. Yeah, like she's a recluse. I've heard of Raised by Wolves, but I have not seen it. Is it like Westworld? Hi, Aquarius. Hi, Olivia. I'm going to watch The Net on Hulu. Raised by Wolves is so good. BRB. I'm gonna watch. I haven't seen it in so long. A classic. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a very long time. It was like way before its time. Oh, it's better than Westworld, Raised by Wolves? I mean, that's not hard. Because Westworld became trash. Do you guys remember or know of the 80s film Cloak and Dagger? No. I know they tried to do a TV show. Is that show still coming on? I know the comic that it's based off of, but not the movie. But The Net was before its time, Savannah. You should try and catch it later on. It's really good. Aquarius, I'm screaming. Not to be like shady, but I don't know what happened with Westworld. Westworld fell. Well, I mean, that was intended to be shady, but, you know, Westworld fell off. I saw it coming, didn't watch past the first season. The first season was so good, and then the second season was just a mess. And then the third season, I didn't even finish. I was just like, what the fuck is this? They, like, brought in Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad and, like, Kid Cudi's voice and Lena Waithe and Marshawn Lynch. I don't even know what was going on. Like, and then, like, the robots got out. Everyone's actions made no sense. Like, it just made no sense. I know, like, let me not drag Westworld again. Like, I've already spent enough time out of my life dragging Westworld. I just don't understand what happened. I do understand what happened, though. Let me not say that. Like, I was just like, what? They got way too pressed over, like, can people not know what's going to happen on our show? We have to, like, make sure people don't know what's going to happen on our show. But it's like, of course, no one's going to know what's happening if your show makes no fucking sense. Like, yes, that's one way to keep people from knowing what's going to happen. All of a sudden, they're just, like, picking people at random, turning people into robots. They had this girl leave Westworld and destroy her arch nemesis just to, like, recreate her arch nemesis yet again. Talk about I need some competition. Bitch, what are you talking about? Like, what was even the purpose of the storyline of having her in this nigga if she's gonna bring him back? I don't understand. It made absolutely no sense. And actually, it suffered a lot of the same problems as Lovecraft Country, now that I'm thinking about it. Of just, like, no continuity, zero continuity whatsoever with storylines and plot lines and characters. Like, what the fuck? What? Oh, Cloak and Dagger got canceled. Good. That show looked trash from the beginning. The movie is very secluded and you just feel alone with Sandra Bullock. Right, like there's not that many people in the movie aside from her. Recently watched Miss Congeniality and like Sandra in it. If you have Hulu, you should watch The Net, Mar. I think you will really like it if you watch it. I haven't started yet. I'll probably start in like maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes. Cloak and Dagger got canceled. The Net is very good. I highly recommend it for anybody that has Hulu and wants to watch along. It's really good. Season 1 of Westworld was amazing. Hi, Queen. I had to leave Westworld alone. Vanity. The movie is sort of like this, except with a video game that had CIA secrets on it. You finna drag Westworld again. Season 2 had so much potential, but felt so convoluted and rushed. They swerved that show. There's Chariot Man Gaming. HBO Syndrome. That's one way to do it. When Westworld came out, I tried to get into it, but I was watching so many different shows at the time, I didn't give it a real chance. Saw a few episodes, now y'all saying it goes bad. Well, I would still say watch season 1, because season 1 is really good, but it is true that it did not live up to the potential, because, like, they had this, like, very carefully plotted show, and, like, the people on Reddit and, you know, Tumblr and shit kept, like, figuring out the twists, and the writers decided they didn't like that. So they just started, like, writing anything, just like writing shit to like deliberately try to be confusing, and they just like made a mess. They just like made the show a mess. Like now you just can't understand anything that's going on, or like everything that's happening is stupid. Like, and there's just no continuity. Like there's literally a main character that they like picked the night before, just random, to like turn him into a robot. And I was like, no, this undermines shit that you had happen in season 1. You can't just be randomly like, actually, let's just like let's just make him a robot. No, they'll never see it coming. No, they won't. Like, they were pressed at people guessing. That's why Lovecraft Country fell off for me, was in the end disappointed. Yeah, like continuity problems. Lovecraft Country was the biggest disappointment of the year. Good ideas always falling off. I would die every time you talked about Dolores. Hi, Serenity. I've seen The Net once. My aunt had it on VHS. Don't have Hulu, though, so I could try a link. Okay. Season 1, Westworld has great music. Yeah. Game of Thrones syndrome as well, which is another HBO show. It seems like that's like a pattern with a lot of these HBO shows. I'm so glad I didn't start watching Lovecraft. Almost did, because there was so much hype around it. I mean, I'd still try it out, but it just ended. They just like couldn't keep the continuity and the momentum up for the full 10 episodes. Like, they just like they have like all these threads, and just like at a certain point midway through, it was like all the threads just fell apart. Like all the threads of the show and like all the threads of all the plot lines, just like they just couldn't keep it together, and it just like it just fell. Like it really is similar to like what happened with Westworld in a lot of ways. You're just like, what? But why? Or why did this happen? Or why did that happen? Or like whatever happened with this, whatever happened with that. Why does this person keep getting killed just to like keep getting brought back? What's the point of that? Like a lot of that happened in Westworld too, just like Lovecraft Country. Game of Thrones syndrome. It's bad writing, awful writing. The exact opposite of what George R.R. Martin did. He just stopped reading the forums instead. Yes, like they got hooked on reading the forums and Reddit and shit and trying to like figure out what people were doing and write the opposite. Roderick, hey y'all, I'm ready to slander Westworld if that's what we doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Westworld slander. Hi, the boy in blue. Lovecraft just went all over the place, but at the same time, it got predictable. I hope they put Lovecraft Country on YouTube or Netflix. Lovecraft Country is definitely it's gonna remain on HBO Max. Maybe Netflix, but that's a reach. We talking trash ass TV writing. Lovecraft Country began so beautifully. Ready to slander Westworld if that's what we're doing. I'm gonna start the movie in 1 minute. For anyone that just got here, I'm gonna be watching The Net with Sandra Bullock. I'm gonna be watching it on Hulu. Even though it doesn't have any black main characters, I'm making a little exception because I love this movie and we were just talking about it and now it's here. So this is what I'm going to be watching. I'm going to start in 1 minute for anybody that wants to check it out. Fucking Westworld. Someone said, what was the point of making him a Targaryen? I hope I said that right. Because y'all know I didn't watch Game of Thrones. Because it went nowhere. Like, just too much shit that happens. And then you're just like, okay, that was pointless. If I do watch Lovecraft at some point, at least my expectations won't be super high. So I won't be angry if I don't like it. George R.R. Martin, they can't guess the ending if the series doesn't end. Life hack. Life hack. There was no point in making John a Targaryen. Hi, Michelle's daughter, you're back. Netflix has a lot of issues getting the rights to shows. They've been snatching a lot of stuff off there. Yeah, I don't see Lovecraft Country ending up anywhere except HBO Max. I just don't see it. Okay, I'm starting the net. Play. Look at young Sandy. I'm watching on Hulu, so I have an ad. Because why not? Because Hulu loves giving you fucking ads. But whatever, I don't pay for this, so I can't complain. What the fuck is the shark? Why is it called a shark? It's a cleaner? It's a vacuum cleaner? The Shark IQ robot. Oh, damn, they just called the Roomba stupid. Wow. Sucking up Cheerios. Ew, look at this hair. Every time I see these commercials showing how disgusting and hairy dogs and animals are, it just makes me think, like, I would never have a dog. They'd be like, get this vacuum. Stop having hair all over your house. Or just get rid of the dog so you can stop having that hair all over. Hi, Ori. We're watching The Net. I'm starting right now on Hulu. Even though there's not a black main character in this, I'm watching it because we were just talking about it and I love this movie and they put it on Hulu. I'm literally starting it right now. I'm, I don't know, 5 seconds in or something. I'm watching it on Hulu, so I'm probably going to have ads though. So I'll let you guys know when I get an ad. I hope you found a link, Mar, because I know you would like this one. But yes, we were talking trash-ass TV writing in Westworld. And Game of Thrones. Let's go. Hi, Kimberly Frazier. Yes, the 1995. Did they make another version? You got the same ad? Shark, it's a brand. Yeah, they made a remake of The Net. I never heard of that. They're in DC. This is actually DC for real. I would not want to be driven by an old man driver like this old. This is like one of those movies kind of like Enemy of the State almost. Like a regular person gets involved in some government conspiracy type shit. I always like this movie. Look at this old ass phone. So I finally watched this documentary that I've been meaning to watch for years and years yesterday called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. Have any of you guys ever seen that? I think I watched that one on Hulu too. Whenever I like have some free time, I try to like catch up on at least one movie that I've been meaning to watch but that I've never watched. Look, he better kill himself. Never heard of it? Jiro Dreams of Sushi. It's about this sushi chef named Jiro. He's old. He's like 85. He's been making sushi for like 60 years. They say he's like the best sushi master in the world. He has this like little teeny tiny restaurant in Japan that only seats 10 people. And the bathroom is like outside. You have to make reservations a month in advance. It costs like $300 to eat there. They say this man makes like the most amazing sushi you've ever had in your life. It was so good. It was like great. It was wonderful. I've been meaning to watch it for years and it like totally lived up to my expectations. Highly recommend it. Hi, One Eye. I've been really disappointed by TV lately. I've been more focused on reading and movies. And it's interesting because, you know, people keep saying we're in like a golden age of television. And not to say that we're not. Do you guys feel like we are? Or do you guys feel like that's overhyped? That's one of my fave food docs. It's so good. Ali Oxenfree. Look at this old ass game. Blasted himself. It's really good, Kai. You should watch it. I saw that on your stories and was like, damn, that's been on my list ever since it first came out. However long ago it was. It came out in like 2011. Like 9 years ago. It's really good. It's just about like him, the old man, his restaurant, his sushi. He has 2 grown sons. One of them has his own restaurant. One of them is gonna like take over the old man's restaurant when he passes away. But the old man is like, this man seems like he's not gonna pass away anytime soon. And he's like still a beast at making sushi. He's like a sushi fucking ninja. He's like a sushi master. Angela. See, like she never leaves the house. Hi, Meat. I definitely don't feel... You think we're in the golden era of TV? I think we are. I definitely don't feel like that. It's very overhyped. I feel like we were, but it's past now. It's overhyped. The late 2000s and early 2010s were a great time for TV, in my opinion, said Brooke. Oh, you have to make a reservation 6 months in advance now, Ali Oxenfree, since that documentary got big. I would love to eat there before that old man dies. It's very rare to get a show that blows it out of the water anymore. I feel like it's a bit hyped, but there is a lot of good television out now. That's good to hear it lived up to your expectations, because I remember I thought it looked so good when it came out. It's really good. Some TV is amazing, but others are overhyped and disappointing. American Gods is good. Hell, nah, we ain't in no golden age. Ori, with this much stuff getting rebooted and recycled because no one has original ideas anymore. Look, she put the fire on the computer. I feel like we're in a golden era of production. Like, the production values of the shows are really high. Like, there's a lot of money that's being like sunk into shows, and we're getting shows that are like movie quality in terms of production and the, you know, and the backgrounds and the scenery, and it looks so amazing. And I think some people are like translating that into saying that some of the shows are good, but some of the shows themselves are not good. Like the actual shows, like the writing and the plot lines are not good, but the show just looks great, and so people call it great. I kind of feel like that's a thing happening. She's having her a little online date, a little e-date. Captain America. These are like, this is her ideal man. I will say that the TV that is amazing movie quality content. I still die watching The Office. Now they try way too hard to seem woke in shows, or they continue a series way past its decline. Yes, 2011, Natalia. That's when the movie came out. You're one of us. She's like, I know I'm one of you. I never leave my house, just like y'all. We are not. I think we are in the golden age of distribution, diversification of entertainment, but the content exposes the lack of new ideas. I'm gonna need to prepare. I'm gonna be craving sushi real bad after watching it. Oh my gosh, Natalia, some of that stuff. Oh my gosh, you just be like, damn, I just wish I could just reach in the screen and just grab it. It looks so good. It looks so delicious. Jiro does like a tasting menu which he has like specially designed because he's a sushi master. He's been doing sushi for like 60 years. So he does like a tasting menu that he has specially designed to like for each piece to like complement the palate, and it comes out in like a particular order, and you're supposed to like eat it a certain type of way. And they say that it's like a symphony, and like they were showing the people eating it. The people were eating it and they were like, well, like the gift with a face like melts. They were like, whoa, like they was again like they never had anything that delicious in their life. It was like putting the oil. We seen them like massage. They were like, yeah, here we have to massage the octopus for 40 to 50 minutes to get it nice and at the most maximum tender, juicy point. This is how we treat all the fish. And I'm just like, they're drooling. I don't even like octopus, but they're like, yeah, we have to massage it. It's great. It's amazing. Yes, and her mother. Yeah, her mother has like Alzheimer's, so her mother's like not one of the few people that like knows what she looks like, but she's like not. Yeah, like she doesn't remember who she is. You must be one of my students. No, Mom. It's me. Is yayo his secret ingredient? They do this shallow little knife slice on top. Yes, they was like doing the little cuts, and they always showed the little brush of the sauce in slow motion. BHOOZEBAKE always makes me hungry. Y'all know I love food. Angela Bennett. See, and like she does everything on the computer. Like she ordered her pizza online. She just like made her flight reservations online. She does everything online. And I'm telling you guys, like you can, when this movie came out, people were like, this is so unbelievable. Like who would just stay in their house all the time and just like order everything online? Like that's never gonna happen. Like this movie is like way, like this is just like not a realistic premise. When the movie came out in 95. That's what people said. Now in 2020, they're like, stay your ass inside and order shit all day. Hey, there's a black person, the delivery man. Hi, we're watching The Net. The Net on Hulu. Weirdness here. Call ASAP Dale. Mozart's Ghost. Dun 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 dun. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm just saying it because I've seen this movie a bunch of times. I just got there right now. Mozart's Ghost. Yeah. What took you so long? Where was I? Insecure, we're not. I think the golden age has ended, or at least it's on pause since the pandemic. The last good show I watched was Watchmen, but there was a golden age. Olivia, OMG, this is like watching my real life. Agree, I feel like we were, but it's over now. A lot of ideas are recycled or poorly executed. A lot of great gowns, beautiful gowns. Looks great, but not much under the surface. I think some of the topics and the barriers that's being made is why people call it the golden era, but the writing and direction of the shows ruins it. Look, see, they like hid this government shit in this game, Mozart's Ghost. Look. This shit's a government system. I've been telling people we're in a golden age of entertainment, especially TV, since 2012. Not to make it political, but that always happens when we have a Dem in office. It's ending though. Like, why do we have Gossip Girl rebooted? Please stop. I just feel like there's a lot of content out. Maybe a golden era of variety. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Excellent production values, but not amazing writing for the most part. Halfway through the 2010s was the end. That stretch of time when we got Mad Men, Breaking Bad, etc. in the late 2000s was the peak. There's definitely a lot of overproduction, but character development being consistent, nonsensical, and out of pocket too. A lot of these younger new actors are mediocre. That's my biggest issue with TV and movies today. I like the short film world now. Very creative, even the silent shorts. Sandra says she's going to be the one with spineless simp tattooed to her forehead. Especially black TV. Back in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, black TV shows were actual black TV shows, not shows about explaining blackness or wokeness to white people. Nowadays, I'm not blown away by a lot of performances. Exactly. It's just the production is the best it's ever been, not the actual shows. That's how I feel. When people be like, oh my God, these shows are so good. You know, I watch the show and I'm like, no, the production is great. The show itself is not very good. Like, to me, for example, The Crown is a boring ass show. Like, the writing is not that good. But the show just looks, it's like lush and beautiful and costumes and sets and the jewelry. But the show itself is a little dry. But, you know, the production values are off the charts. That's exactly what it is. The production value of TV is higher than it's ever been. And people are conflating good visuals and effects with quality writing. No lie, I enjoy watching people eat sushi on YouTube, especially the high-end places. You'd probably really like Jiro Dreams of Sushi. BHOOZEBAKE always manages to make me hungry. Hi, Mitch. The delicate cuts. Too much political agendas and shows these days. Is yayo his secret ingredient? Can I see the time check on Hulu? I'm at about 15 minutes in. 15:15. Her friend just died in an airplane accident. Sandra Bullock had all the worst circumstances in this movie. Mom doesn't remember her, no real life friends. She almost doesn't exist. Yeah, that was the point. Damn, just you talking about it, I'm already in so much pain. I need to prepare mentally to watch it. It's interesting seeing the decline of black television. I think there's definitely a reason Netflix put every black sitcom on there instead of investing in new content. The net straight up predicted this. Yup, look at us now. Dale is dead. His plane crashed. That's what I've been saying too. Production is top tier. When I compare 2000s versus 2010s, it's a golden age. They're produced well, but the talent isn't as good as the production. Oh, you're totally right, Brooke. Everything is on computers for this chick. Damn, fireplace simulation. Mad Men was my show. The more people could act, everyone played their roles down. Movies have been made telling everything that's happening now. The Crown literally bores me to tears, and I feel like I'm the only one who isn't watching it. It's so boring. And anytime you ask anyone what they like about the show, Jules, they always say something related to the visuals and the production. Like, they say they love the costumes. Like, so you don't actually like the writing. Like, you don't actually care about the writing. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are excellent. That was how I felt about American Gods. Very boring. It is dry. I skipped right on to season 4. Hi, Diana. I tried to watch The Crown. It was just a bunch of British white people talking. I passed, but I might get into the new Princess Diana story in this new season. Whoever that actress is that they cast looks just like her. I might check it out too, just because the girl looks just like her. Hi, Bailey. Yes, you've been reading Captured. Hi, Monica. It's true. That's true about the trailers. I was just listening to a podcast where they spoke about how new movie trailers put everything in the trailer, like the plot twists and jump scares. You go in watching the movie knowing too much. I do think a lot of black shows these days write for the white gaze. It's like Toni Morrison said, if you were writing for me, you would not need to explain those things. Hi, Francesca. Great example. I could only watch the first season of The Crown, and I was struggling to finish it. I was literally only able to finish it because it was easy to look at. I'm like, what about the writing? Like, what's going on here? Hi, Kyrie. I'm watching The Net on Hulu. The Net with Sandra Bullock. My mom liked Princess Diana. I know a lot of people are liking The Queen's Gambit. I have not watched The Queen's Gambit. I know it has the girl from Split. She's a good actress. She's on vacation with her computer. Another good example is Downtown Abbey. It's just eye candy. Who's watching her? Sandra, I mean, in the movie. Okay, but I like Sandra's outfit right here. 90s fashion, look nice and comfy. One season of The Crown was enough for me. I'm done. I'm watching The Net, Bailey. Have you seen it? The Net? I'm glad you're reading Captured. I'm trying to get everybody on the Beverly Jenkins train. Since you like Jiro Dreams of Sushi, I recommend King of Pastry. Oh, it's a documentary? Let me screenshot that. I'll watch it. I love food documentaries. I love food. The Queen's Gambit is so good. It's good and different. The Queen's Gambit was a good show. Netflix's production is always nice. Oh, that's her name? Anya Taylor-Joy? That's the white girl from Split? Never knew her name. I know she's like a chess prodigy. I'm trying to learn chess, but it's so hard. Like, well, let me not say that. I have learned chess. I learned chess over quarantine. It's so difficult. I feel like it's good, though. I feel like it's a good exercise for my brain. Because I feel like it's working a part of my brain that I normally don't use. Because it's like a limited number of moves. So it's like forcing me to like use my brain in a different type of way. It's hard though. I can only play like 1 or 2 games and then I have to take a break because I feel like I'm getting a fucking headache. But I'm trying to like practice, like I don't want to quit. I've been to the Chess World Hall of Fame in St. Louis. It's a cool place. They need to get these Hallmark movie-esque Vanessa Hudgens movies off Netflix. When I opened up Hulu, they have something there with Kristen Stewart. I was like, what is this? I was watching. I was watching Star Wars, the Clone Wars series on Disney. That's the one with Rosario, right? I love food competition shows. I feel like Sandra is doing a good job of playing someone who doesn't do a lot of face-to-face interactions. I can see some of the awkwardness in her face. She's like trying to like be more present in real life right now. Because she's on vacation. I know how to play chess, but not spades. Oh, yeah, watch it. I think you will really like it, Bailey. And I'm still I mean, I'm 20 minutes in. Checkers is as far as I can go. I know like 2 moves in chess and that's it. I like checkers. I've played checkers since I was like a little kid. I never did chess though until now. I like Chambers on Netflix. The writing was a bit inconsistent towards the end, but I enjoyed it. You used to know how to play Mar? It's tough. I'm sure I've forgotten how to play. I feel like I'm more, so what is it, left brain? Creative? I feel like playing chess forces me to like use my right brain more because I can't just move all over the board however I want. It's like a limited amount of moves. I have to like follow these rules, which is hard for me. But it's good to work my brain in a different way, I think. Oh, Rosario just debuted in The Mandalorian. Say no more. I've been meaning to watch The Mandalorian. Say less. I took that show so seriously. I took a year off from watching it. I got too emotionally invested in it. It's such a good show. Wait, what show are you talking about? Ollie Oxenfree. I haven't played chess in years. Me and the Muslims in high school will hide in the library and play. Chess taught me so much about foresight, and playing with different people always reminds you that you're not that good. My brother tried to teach me chess. I couldn't get it. Yeah, Queen of Catsway was a good movie. I like that movie a lot. I saw it. My dad used to participate in chess competitions. I never even considered learning it. I'm lazy. I know how to play Connect 4. That's about it. Chess has easy rules. The hard part of it is mastering the war and strategist mentality. The Kristen Stewart movie is about a white lesbian couple going home for Christmas. Bye, 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 Kristen. Bye, 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 girl. Hi, Chris. I don't know, chess, poker, etc. When shows and movies revolve around those games, I'd be like, huh? Used to smoke those, but she quit. You refuse to quit? I mean, the lung cancer will kill you. I don't play chess online. I have like a set. A little cheap, whatever. Roderick, you're so young. I'm sorry, just the way that you wrote this is so funny. Does anybody recommend or has seen the movie Kids with Rosario? I kind of wanted to watch only for her. Yes, I've seen that movie a million times. It's a good movie, but it's like very emotionally, it's a fucked up movie. Like, it's a very fucked up movie. Like, it will fuck you up. It's good though, but if you watch it, don't say I didn't warn you about how fucked up it is. It's great though. Has a young Rosario. That was her first movie. Chloe Sevigny is in it. She's good. It's just about these badass kids in New York. Right, like don't nobody tell him about kids. Roderick has to experience it for himself. It's an emotionally intense movie, but I say watch it. But if you watch it and you're emotionally disturbed afterwards, don't blame me. But it's a great movie about badass kids. Talk about somebody grabbed her bag. Girl, your passport was in there. I would have went straight to the fucking embassy. Took your bag with all your identification and shit. Chess is so good for you. I've been trying to learn over quarantine. I'm on season 3 of Clone Wars. It's getting better and better, but I'm shocked by the amount of murder for a kid show. Don't nobody tell him about kids. He has to experience it for himself. Is Netflix still canceling their shows? Netflix likes to cancel their shows every 2 or 3 years. You can like Google it. There's like articles about it. They tend to cancel the show before it gets too expensive to produce. I really do love Sandra Bullock. She was that girl in the 90s. I've only seen Kids once ages ago and didn't regret it, but it was a lot. It's a lot, but it's a good movie. Till the end, you're like, and Kids is in 1995, and you'll still clutch your pearls. Kids is a lot. My friend lost his passport in an Uber when we went to Sao Paulo, but the driver brought it back to the apartment. Wow, that was very lucky. When all the talk about cuties started, I was like, oh, they must not have seen Kids. Right! Like, they must not have seen Kids. Because Kids is a lot. Kids is a lot. Kids is a lot. I've seen Kids 1,000 times. That's my era. Kids blew my mind when I first saw it. It's a rite of passage. Yeah, I first saw it when I was a teenager because I had a friend that like loved that movie. I used to watch it all the time, and I had never seen it. And so my friend showed it to me, and I was like, whoa. Ew. This kiss looks very gross. Like, this kiss looks disgusting. This is so sad, though. Because Sandra Bullock, like, never leaves her house, and she, like, never takes a chance. And she's, like, finally taking a chance with this guy. Like, she just said, like, this isn't exactly my style. She finally take a chance with this guy, and this guy's, like, a piece of shit, which we already know. Because we just seen that he was involved in her purse getting snatched, and he killed the dude. She's like, yeah, I normally don't even leave my house, let alone have sex with strangers on a boat. That's what happens sometimes. 1933. I'd be like, well, you look great for your age. Kids blew my mind when I first saw it. That movie will turn you out. Every time I see the main actor in Kids, I just go right back to that movie. We should watch Rent. Rent's like a holiday classic. Maybe we could watch Rent for the holidays this year. Damn, why haven't I ever seen this movie? You're going to watch it, and then you're going to be like, wow, really, how have I never seen this movie? The Boy in Blue. 13 was pretty crazy, too. Have the excitement. Can't wait to watch it now. I remember 13 was the millennial version of Kids, but it still wasn't Kids. It had a sweeter ending than Kids. Right, like, Kids is, like, hardcore as fuck. Like, Kids is hardcore. 13 is, like, way more relaxed. Which, if you've seen 13, that sounds impossible, but it's not. Right, Brooke. She not worried about her passport enough for me. Time check, Monica. I'm at about 32 minutes. 12 seconds. Like, your bag just got stolen with all your shit in it. Your identification, your passport, everything. You're on vacation in a foreign country with no ID. With this stranger, with this strange dude that you just met. I know you're trying to, like, be bold and live your best life while you're on vacation, but This is how you end up kidnapped and trafficked. Look, she put his jacket on. She feel the gun in there. I wouldn't have took the gun out. I would have just left it right there for my own protection. You've never seen Kids either, Kyrie? You've never even heard of it? He's an op. 13 is crazy too. I'm still waiting on this $120 chessboard where the pieces are all made, shaped. He said, I'm Captain Goddamn America meets Albert Schweitzer. That's who I am. Isn't that what you always wanted? This is one of the people that was talking to her online, but she didn't know. She's like, oh shit, who the fuck is this dude? Putting that gun right in her face. She emptied the bullets out. She emptied the clip out of it. And she burned him with the cigarette. She said she's from Colorado. She grew up around guns. So she emptied the clip out. What? Shot glass? The pieces are made of blown glass and double as shot glass is. When your piece gets taken, you have to drink the shot it contains. Have you seen, you said you didn't see Kids, right, Bailey? If you like 13, you'll like Kids. 13 is one of my favorite movies ever. Knew it was too good to be true. Time check, Mar. I'm at about 35 minutes. I've never seen this Kid. Sounds like a lot. Then again, I watched Skins, which I look back in hindsight was a lot. Kids is like Skins times 10. There's really nothing out there like Kids. Kids is just about like these little ghetto kids in New York. Kids is like damn near a documentary. Kids is about these little ghetto kids in New York. And they cast real, for real, actual ghetto kids in New York. Most of them that had never been in movies before. Like, that was Rosario Dawson's first movie because she was like a little poor ghetto kid in New York sitting on a stoop. And the filmmaker just walked up to her on some shit like, you want to be in a movie? Like, that was how they cast like all the kids that are in the movie. So it's like some real... And, like, the conversations that they're having and the things that they're doing, like, it's some real, like, grimy kids, out of control. It's, like, it's very realistic. Let me put it like that. It is a narrative film, but it's very realistic. And it's very, oh, look, see? And she crashed the boat. And it's just real wild, the shit that the kids are doing. And a lot of the consequences that end up happening. They don't really, like, sugarcoat it. It's nothing happens in the movie like, oh, they're kids, so they're just gonna get out of it and be fine. It's not that type of movie. This motherfucker smoking in the hospital. He just, like, ashed all over her. A disc. She been out for 3 days. The disc was ruined. That's the Mozart's Go shit. Ruined. Passport gone, and she want to make it with a strange British man she just met. Girl, tell him turn this boat around and let's get my belongings back. The fact that 13 was about my generation. I was 13 when it came out, and I did know kids like that. Yeah, Rosario was discovered through kids. That was her first movie. And she was like really 14 or something like that. True, 13 was more laid back. 13 was my shit. I need to watch kids, but y'all scaring me now. I get very emotional. You should watch it, Bailey. She's hella reckless. She would be done in real life. Now, it's been 3 days that she was in that hospital. She's trying to go back to her hotel. Sounds like a horror film. Using your passport in another country, I'd die from anxiety. Angela Bennett checked out last night. She's like, no, I'm Angela Bennett. He's like, well, bitch, the motherfucking computer says that Angela Bennett checked out last night. This guest has checked out, bitch. No Angela Bennett. She checked out last night. I don't want you to tell me. And she's like, I didn't check out. I'm Angela Bennett. He's like, well, bitch, the computer. There's nothing I can do for you. According to the computer, Angela Bennett checked out, sweetie. And in 1995, the reviewers said that this shit was unrealistic and this could never happen, stuff like this. Times change. Miss Marks, Ruth Marks. Excuse me, are you Ruth Marks? No. You're not the woman who's here about a temporary visa? She's like, yeah. They have her information, but they have the wrong name. According to the DMV, you're Ruth Marks. So, if that's who you are, sign right here and we'll issue your visa. She wants this visa, but she is not Ruth Marks. But this shit got all her information, Social Security, everything. That's correct. She's trying to get back to the United States. Sign Ruth Marks. Even though her ass is not Ruth Marks. She's Angela Bennett. She gonna sign that shit. You are not Ruth Marks. You know you are not Ruth Marks. But now you are Ruth Marks. Yep, she went with it. She went with it. Because she's trying to get back to the United States. So, and remember, she doesn't have her passport. She doesn't have her ID. She doesn't have anything. Because that dude she was with orchestrated her bag getting stolen. And then she got into that boat accident. She was knocked out for 3 days. When she came to, went to her hotel, they told her she was checked out. Look, now she just got back under this Ruth Marks visa. Her car is not there. Where's her car? Her car is gone. So in that 3 days that she was out, now all of a sudden, her whole identity has been changed. They're like, well, the computer says, look, now she just pulled up at her house. She just pulled up at her house. Her house is for sale. The reviewer said this movie was not realistic. They're trying to steal this bitch identity. Identity theft. They're trying to steal her life through the computer. And remember, she was a recluse. Nobody ever saw her except her mother, who has Alzheimer's and doesn't remember her. Her whole house empty. All her shit is gone. I definitely saw her move out. This is the neighbor. She's like, no. How could I? She's like, it is my house. She is Angela Bennett. She's like, I'm Angela Bennett. It's not her. If you could just produce, she has no identification. everything stolen in Cozumel. I don't think they do that. Look at this Karen. Do they do that? I don't think they do that. Look, I had a temporary issued. It's under a different name, Ruth Marks. Like, bitch, you signed that you were Ruth Marks. It is a federal offense to forge a visa. They're like, bitch, well, this shit says that you're Ruth Marks. See, she's like, they took my information, my fingerprints, my social security number. Like, she's trying to tell them, like, they took my identity. You don't know one person in a town you lived for 4 years? Nope. And look, he's like hacked into the police computer system right now so that they'll arrest her. Look, prostitution, petty larceny, narcotics. Look, he's like changing her record. He's like hacked into shit. Fucking with her. Now, what are they going to do? They're going to type it in the computer. They're going to say, the computer says, arrest this bitch. She got 2 warrants. He got her picture in there and everything. We got a Ruth Marks trying to run a scam at a house. Arrest this bitch. Set her ass up. Clean. Set her ass up. Bitch, you're going to jail, Ruth Marks. And you signed. You said that was you, bitch. Identity theft. I should look up who's the screenwriter of this shit. She ran, Olivia. She dipped out. They was about to arrest her ass. This is my movie. I told y'all this is one of my movies, like Enemy of the State, where I seen this movie like really young. And I was just there taking notes like, oh, okay, so you can't trust the government. You can't trust the police. I definitely can't trust these motherfucking computers. Can't trust shit. She dipped out. I feel like I've heard of Kids, but definitely haven't watched it. Gonna check my library. We should watch Kids together. How is this my first time hearing about this movie Kids, and I was 10 when it was supposedly released? I don't know. Kids occupies such a large part of like my brain. It's funny to me that people have never seen it. This movie knew what was coming. The fact that they said it was unrealistic. I'll put you through to Miss Bennett. Look. She just called. I'll put you through to Miss Angela Bennett. Hello, this is Angela Bennett. Look, somebody literally picked up. She's Angela Bennett. This is Angela Bennett. They got this bitch really questioning, like, am I not fucking Angela Bennett? Am I losing my fucking mind? This is someone that can help you. Give us the disc, Angela. Just give us the disc and we'll give you your life back. I'm realizing they don't make movies like that much anymore. Debut teen actors. Look at this red streak in Sandy hair. Kids gave us Rosario and Chloe. Our Song gave us Kerry Washington. 13 gave us Evan Rachel Wood. Reese Witherspoon started out as a child actress as well. Man in the Moon. Yeah, we're watching The Net, Elo. Identity theft is a thing. Ma'am, you know these computers can't lie. Come on now. This is the computer. Mel, this is so terrifying. What the fuck? This looked like that scene from Why Do Fools Fall in Love when Hallie came back to her house. Bitch, you didn't see me. This part pisses me off. This is the first movie I've watched along in a minute. Isn't it good, Mara? I knew you would like it. I just read the plot to kids on Wikipedia. Damn, Cuties ain't got shit on it. No! The way that people acted about Cuties, kids couldn't even come out now. Number one, it'd be rated like NC-17. And the people would just make a big fuss. It wouldn't come out. This movie is wild. She's screwed. They're gonna body slam her. She better run. The shade of it all. Narcotics. She going for a long time. Eagle Eye. Yup, that's another one. Reminds me of that movie Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf. Eagle Eye, Enemy of the State, I, Robot, all that. So see, she called her ex-boyfriend Alan, somebody that actually knew her in real life. Bitch, fuck you and your disc. Click. Having the government basically define our legal identity is scary. The Man in the Moon is my movie. Poor Court, or however his name is spelled. Yeah, that's a great movie. She gave the homeless man the cell phone. I'm calling everybody. Yeah, Natalie Portman was a child actress too. Oh, so Kids is NC-17. Yeah. I don't even think that movie will come out in 2020. I just don't think it will come out. It would be too much. It would just be too much. This movie should be called Don't Be a Recluse. I think people would treat kids today like they did The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. I don't think they'd approve of it. Alan played too much for me. Alan's like not understanding how serious it is. She's like, bro, they're trying to steal my life. I mean, I'm sure they had like some form of identity theft in 1995, but the internet was still so new that this was more so of like an imagining of what identity theft could be like. And it was like true. Child, they about to mix vodka and prescription drugs. You know, white people love that kind of thing. Alan played too much for me. You see her face is tore up and she paranoid as hell. Alan, something is wrong. I believe there's more censorship and self-censorship now than ever before. Ironic that we are considered a liberal society. Yeah. I do feel like Cuties had like a weird promotional run, which contributed to the reception. Kids, not that I can say I remember very much about the marketing because I don't, but I know that like Kids was marketed very much as like extreme, intense, like this is not a movie for kids. It's Cuties, it seemed like had a weird rollout. Look, she's trying to tell Alan he's not taking her serious. She's like, no, like, my car is missing for real. Like, they stole my house from me for real. They trying to say that I'm somebody else. They're trying to say I'm this bitch Ruth Marks. They have my social security number under somebody else's name. Like, it's some real shit going on. Why me? They knew everything about me. They watch you on the computer. And everything they know, they must have watched me on the internet, watched my credit cards. Our whole lives are on the computer. And they knew that I could be vanished. This is a monologue. A monologue. I remember little me just watching, like, they watched her on the internet. They found out all the shit that she likes on the internet. They watched her whole life on the internet. And now they're trying to erase her. This is like little me, like, oh shit, the internet gonna end our lives. At the same time that I'm watching this shit, I'm watching fucking Terminator 2 on VHS on repeat every night before I go to bed. I have a little trilogy. Enemy of the State, fucking Terminator 2, and the Net, and the Matrix. It's like my four horsemen of the internet, and the government is gonna kill us all. These are like movies that were very formative when I was young. She literally just said, she was like, they knew the cigarettes that I like to smoke. They knew the food I like to eat, the movies I watch. Like, they watched me on the internet. They figured out everything about me and that I could be erased. And now they just erase me. And we already know that she did everything online because like, we already seen her. Like, we saw her order the pizza online. We saw her get the plane tickets online. We saw her like in the chat. She never leaves her house. Nobody ever sees her. And they're able to watch everything that she's doing online and track her. And this is in 95. Like in 2020, it's even more. The computers are even more smart. They're even more primed for this kind of thing with like the little Google ads and shit. And people said this movie was unrealistic. Like, it so blows my mind that people were like, this is unrealistic. It would never happen. They were like, something like this could never happen. The movie's so unrealistic, it's impossible. Hi, Alex. Right, wash down those pills with hard liquor. People complained a lot about the way Cuties was marketed. I remember the marketing, and yes, there was a warning. Then again, in the 80s and 90s, people like to scare kids with films and media like that. I don't think it's actual censorship, more so online outrage, which couldn't happen before because there was no social media. Sandra putting it together. They knew no one would care. Damn. There's Alex. Shout out to Skynet and the Matrix. Yes, and Terminator 2 at the same time, Mar. Terminator 2 at the same damn time. I was just ingesting a lot of, like, this type of media. Which I'm glad I was watching this shit, because this shit was true. I remember when Moms of America took out the American Skin show. I knew that show would be canceled. This is not the UK. Transformative pieces. My father wanted to watch Enemy of the State when it first came out because he said it wasn't fiction. Yes, my mind was blown, Natalia. I feel like society and filmmakers are trying to warn us and educate us, and then we embrace the machine. The UK. Okay, Kyrie, did you see that? Olivia said the UK version of Skins is like Kids, the series. They got Sandra's deep cuts and everything. They've been trying to warn us about machines since like the 80s. They're very much more savvy now. Google something, the next thing you know, it's on your Facebook page. The deep fakes are so uncomfortable. The deep fakes of what they're doing for her life, Mel. Now, I never saw the original RoboCop, but I do want to watch it. Oh, and I think they put that on Hulu too or something like that. The one from the 80s. I have not seen it. I've heard it's really violent. I've heard it's like excessively violent, which is fine. I did love the remake. And I like RoboCop. I think there was there a show or something? Like, I've seen the remake, and I've seen, like, some other stuff, but I never saw the original from the 80s. Who is Gandalf? She's trying to, like, figure out who these people are that she's been talking to. Who is Cyberbob? Cyber Bob, help. She's trying to like Cyber Bob, she feels like she could trust. Cyber Bob has entered the chat. Ever seen a pie symbol? Look at this old chat rooms. This was like very early internet. Nobody thought it was gonna get that far. Pi equals Praetorians. Like, this is like Mr. Robot shit, what we're watching right now on the net. Cyber terrorists. They want to blow the house down. Big bad wolf. Dangerous. Don't mess with them. Right, she's like, they're messing with me. In real life. Must meet IRL. In real life. I'm gonna watch it, Natalia. I saw that they just put it on something. I put it on my list. Maybe I'll watch it after we do this live stream. After this live stream's over. Maybe I'll watch it. Like, Sandra's really realizing she's caught up in like some real shit. Look, her whole thing just fucked up. 7 p.m. tonight. Kids is worse than Skins. Kids is more extreme than Skins, but some of the things that occurred on Skins is like the type of thing that would occur on Kids. But you just have to watch it. You just have to watch it. It's fucked up. I loved RoboCop when I was a kid. Yes, it's very violent. I used to watch it all the time. I'm gonna watch it. No, I never saw that one. RoboCop from the 80s. I've seen the remake a bunch of times. The one with Bones from Star Trek. And Julius from Remember the Titans. But I've actually never seen the original. I think I'm going to watch after this. I'll watch after this. See, she's like staying with her friend Alan. But she's like scared that they're going to find her. My main kid movies, Terminator 2, The Matrix, this one, The Net, Enemy of the State. I'm trying to think of some others. Those were the ones that I really remember watching and having like a big impact on me in terms of, for like the technology movies. I'm watching the original on Hulu. That's what I'm watching. The 1995. It's very violent. Used to watch it all the time. I love the original RoboCop so much. I think you would really like it. It's iconic. No one back then knew that Google, Amazon, Disney, and Apple would take over the world. Similar, but one is definitely more extreme. I remember when Apple was just those colorful desktops. They were mad cute, and I hella wanted one. The children of the 80s were immune to violence. Yeah, the one on I'm watching the one on Hulu. I am about an hour in. An hour and 2 minutes in. The dude just got to Bob's apartment in real life. He tracked down Cyber Bob. I mean, I watch that stuff too, but I just mean in terms of like the technology stuff. Oh, you know what's another movie? Speaking of Disney Channel movies, another movie that I used to watch a lot, Smart House. Because the fucking house, to this day, I will not have none of them. Hey Google, hey Alexa. No smart assistant in my house. No smart speaker in my house. I don't need my house to be smart. I don't need my house to be doing anything for me because I don't need my house to get mad and lock me in like the bitch in motherfucking Smart House. That's like the fifth one. That's the fifth horseman of the motherfucking apocalypse for me. Smart House, Enemy of the State, The Matrix, The Net, and Terminator 2. Smart House had me motherfucking shook. When she made that tornado in the house, I was like, oh, Pat gotta go. They were loving the house at first. Look, y'all see Alan coughing? Y'all see Alan coughing? Alan's having an allergic reaction. The pills. They gave him the wrong pills. She took him to the hospital. His medicine. And how did he get the wrong medicine, Bailey? Because the motherfuckers trying to get Sandra Bullock, the Praetorians, they hacked into my man's medical records. So that when he went to go pick up his medication, he got the wrong thing. This was the first movie that I ever saw that really showed how everything was starting to be routed through the computers and routed through the internet and routed through these systems, which is why it was called The Net, which is why this movie was called The Net. I will never drop it that the reviewers blasted this movie and that this movie got horrible reviews and that to this day people consider this movie a flop because they said the movie was unrealistic. Like, I will not ever let it go. He's allergic. He had like an allergic reaction, Brooke. He had like an immediate reaction to the penicillin because he's allergic to penicillin, and they gave him the penicillin. That's what they gave him. So he started going into anaphylactic shock. So she took him to the hospital. And she knows he's allergic to penicillin because the nurse that was in the front just told her. Even though we saw that the pills he picked up from the pharmacy, they accidentally gave him penicillin pills because they hacked into his medical records and said that's what he needed. I love Smart House had me shook. Yeah, I haven't had any more ads either after the first one. For real, Alexa be listening. When I think back on the things I watched as a child, I can't believe my mom let me watch it. Smart House is fire. I love Smart House. My dad loves those damn things, and I hate living in the house with them. Smart House is the reason I gave my Google Home away as a gift. She flipped the fuck out. I would have demanded the kill switch. Hi, Tim. That house held the family hostage. They all had to sleep in the living room on the floor together. I don't need no, I don't. I don't need my house to be smart. The most Seren line I've ever heard. Reminds me of The Simpsons Treehouse of Terror. Oh, Treehouse of Horror. Parody of Smart House where the house tried to kill Homer and replace him as Marge's husband. I'm just happy I'm not the only one who is weary of technology. You are not, Kyrie. I'm telling y'all, 2033, them robots and AI will take over. I can do Siri and Alexa, but I don't know about letting them control my lights and security system. Pat didn't even leave in the end. They were like, "Aw, Pat, put chocolate chips in the pancakes." I was like, this ending is not cute. Pat was just trying to kill y'all. Gone swimming. Now in 2020, the net is more relevant than ever. Alan ain't joking around anymore, is he? Now look, the nurse just came in and scanned Alan Campion's and scanned his little barcode so the computer could tell the nurse what type of information to give Alan. What type of medicine to give Alan. What type of medicine do y'all think the computer just told this nurse to give Alan? What type of medicine do y'all think this computer just told the nurse to put Alan on a drip for? You already know, Vanity. You already know. You already know what the computer just told them to give Alan. The computer just told them to give Alan a penicillin drip. And we already know this motherfucker is allergic to penicillin. They hacked into the computer again. They're gonna kill this man. Computers are so scary. And people don't even question. They just be like, boop. Push my little cart. La, la, la. People die from that type of shit in hospitals all the time. Just like mistakes. And they just be like, well, the computer said it wasn't my fault. Not that I blame the nurses or anything, because I really don't. But it's like a scary thing to think about, right? Right, like the computer said so. They'll just be like, oh, it was a mistake, malpractice suit, give you a little money, we all move on with our lives. Like, oh, the computer got it wrong, it glitched. And they killed her friend Dale, too. When he, like, crashed his airplane, they hacked into his, like, airplane system. Like, the computer system of his airplane. That's why he crashed. They're trying to kill her, too, but she just keeps getting away. They're using this, like, Mozart's Ghost game to, like, get into... It's like a back door to get into these government systems, because they're running these like shutdowns on the government, and she discovered it, so now they're trying to ruin her life. I don't have your disc. It was ruined in Mexico. I'd be like, just let me go. I don't even have it anymore. Just let me go. But she knows it exists. Now in 2020, the net is more relevant than ever. Yep, eagle eye. I would prefer my house to be dumb as well. I've watched Altered Carbon. I haven't watched the one with Anthony Mackie, but I watched the first season. They finna kill him. I don't need my living space aware of me and what I do. That's Big Brother on another level. And this is why hospitals scare me. That's why hospitals scare you, Bailey. Penicillin, they pressed. We can't double check, right? The computer says so. I always be checking for that. Hi, Karen. I always be checking for that air bubble in my drip. So what's on the disc is like a backdoor system. Because so this dude is part of this like group of cyber terrorists, Praetorian. And they have this backdoor system into the government network. And they have it written on this game called Mozart's Ghost. And Sandra Bullock had this friend named Dale. And because Sandra Bullock was like a video game tester. Her friend Dale like discovered the backdoor system. And he sent her a copy. So she saw it too. And it had this little pie symbol in the corner so they know it belonged to like the Praetorians. They killed her friend Dale. They caused him to have an airplane crash. Now they're trying to kill her. Even though she told them she doesn't even have the disc anymore. It got destroyed while she was in Mexico. But they want to kill her too because she still knows about it. So first they like basically hacked her life. They stole her whole life from her. And they were like, oh, we'll give you your life back if you just give us the disc. And she just told him she doesn't have the disc anymore. It got destroyed. So now he's trying to kill her. Because she still knows about it, so they still need to get rid of her. And she also knows that, like, they set up this congressman as well. They, like, hacked into his medical records, and they told him he had AIDS when he didn't really have AIDS. And he killed himself. They, like, set him up to kill himself. And she knows about that, too, because that was on the disc also. That was me in September while I was in the hospital. I had to battle with the computers and the nurses. Oh, horrible, Kyrie. While the nurses battle with the computers. Hi, Justin. You're going back to Indiana, Justin. Indiana, here you come. Had to do it going back to Indiana. Jackson's. And she knows too much. They have to take her out. Look, she went to Alan's room. And look what's happening. Code blue. Alan going into cardiac arrest. The Kaiser in the county that I grew up in was notorious for killing patients on mistake. Carousel scenes were really common back then. The Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie had one as well. Get her out of here. Get her out of here. Right, but the computer said, Ori. Look, they fucking killed Alan. They fucking killed Alan. They killed Alan. There were complications. Now look what she's about to say. Look what this bitch is about to say. She's like, what do you mean there were complications? What happened to him? No. Dr. Champion was being held for the treatment of diabetes. She's like, no. He was not a diabetic. She's like, yes, he was. No, he wasn't a fucking diabetic. I can pull it up on his file right now. She fucking pushed that computer over. He was not a fucking diabetic. Like, y'all just shot this man up with some shit because the computer said so. You fucking killed him. And she knows that shit wasn't an accident. Somebody fucking hacked into the shit. She's like, bitch, I just talked to you. Nurse, I just talked to you 3 hours ago about this. We literally just had a face-to-face conversation. Now you're trying to tell me this man was diabetic. Like, bitch, you don't remember that we just had a conversation in real life 3 hours ago? I can pull up his record on the computer. Girl, fuck this computer. We just talked face-to-face. Like, she fucking drove the car to like a BMW lot and slept in it. She drove Alan's car. She was just mindlessly relying on the computer, Monica. Just like mindlessly going off the computer said, like brain turned off, letting the computer think for her. Whatever the computer says, that's what we do. But the computer said... That's why I had to have a nurse replaced. I remember you said you had to get a nurse replaced, Kyrie. Just sure the computer was right. You just have to be vigilant about what you want. That happened to my friend, Kyrie. One of my best friends. She has a son. Her whole entire pregnancy, literally, her entire pregnancy, she said she wanted to have a natural birth. She wanted to have a vaginal birth. She was like, I want to have a natural birth. I want to have a natural birth. Is that going to be possible? Is that going to be possible? The whole entire pregnancy, the nurses and the doctors were like, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. On the day that she went into labor, she had a different doctor. And the doctor that she had, like the doctor she actually had for her labor, said that she had to have a C-section. And she was like, every single appointment that I've had with the doctors leading up until now, I've asked if I would be able to have a natural birth, and I was always told yes. And the doctor was like, well, no, you have to have a C-section. Because my friend had like fibroids previously, and they were like, because of like the scarring on your uterus from the fibroids, like you actually have to have a C-section. You cannot have like a vaginal birth. And she was just like, for the last 9 months, every single time I've talked to the doctor, they've said I've been able to. I've never even met you before. You're a brand new doctor, and now you're telling me no. And the doctor was like, well, you have to. Like, they don't care. Like, they literally don't care. They just, like, look at the computer, and they just, like, they don't care. Like, oh, well, the computer says that you previously like had this condition, so I don't feel comfortable, and I'm the doctor, so you have to have a C-section. I don't care what the doctor told you previously. Oh my God, they killed Alan, you bastards. I was very vocal at my hospital. I monitored my own medication because those nurses were overworked. She's a bad nurse. How do you forget what your patient is allergic to? This movie, how did this movie get bad reviews? Even as a concept, this shit is golden. They just said that it wasn't possible. They just felt like it wasn't possible at that time. In 95, it seemed impossible to them. It's wild to think this movie is 25 years old. Surrogates with Bruce Willis? Yeah, I've seen it, Bailey. Penicillin is a very common allergy, and she should have had that written down somewhere else. Even when you have computers, you should still write stuff down. See, I feel like people at hospitals don't listen at all. Yeah, my friend ended up having to have the C-section. She had to have it. Vanity, they made her. She was like holding off on not doing it, but she was actively in labor and she had to do it. The doctor told her that if she tries to push the baby out, it was a possibility that her like uterus could like burst or be damaged. So she ended up having a C-section. Look, they like really telling this bitch that she is Ruth Marks. Look, they like making her sign all this shit. They're fingerprinting her. Look, they're like, well, the computer says the files like say this and this. I can believe that. There was like, and they're trying to make it seem like Sandra is insane. They're trying to make it seem like she's just out of her mind. She's trying to tell this lady, like, no. Like, everything is stored. And there's like this little electronic shadow on each and every one of us, just begging for it to get screwed with. Oh, look, the lawyer's a black lady. She's like, I am not Ruth Marks. Nothing that you're describing could possibly happen because our computers are fucking protected, okay? We trust our fucking computers more than we trust you human beings, okay? Like, it has a flaw. The gatekeeper program has a flaw. She was an Alan's stolen car. But there's an explanation for everything that's happening to Sandy right now. And they don't believe her. At that point, my blood pressure would be sky high. I couldn't believe that. There was like two factions at the hospitals, those who listen to the patients and those who listen only to the computers and protocol. We're watching the net. We're still watching the net. This is scary. My name is Bennett. Like, my name is Angela Bennett. I'm not Ruth Marks. Like, and I'm not crazy. I'm not making it up. I had so many closed door conversations with doctors and nurses that were very eye-opening. Those drug companies have claws on hospitals and how they operate. Look, like, they're going to hold you. They're going to say you're crazy and you can't go to trial, and they're going to keep your ass in jail. Like, they got her ass locked up under this false identity. Talk about some Ruth Marks. Ruth Marks is not even a real person. She's like, Ruth Marks is like made up. That's a made up identity that they made up so they could like lock me up. Because I know about Praetorian and I know what they're doing. And I know they have like a back door into like all these different systems. So they have me locked up here. Look, she tried to call her mom, but remember her mom has Alzheimer's. She doesn't know her. She's trying to like call her mom to see if her mom can like vouch for her. Because her mom was like, are you one of my students? She was like, it's Angela, your daughter. And all the people that knew her in real life, they killed all of them. They killed Alan. They killed Dale. And her mom doesn't remember. Like, they got her ass really locked up. They stole her whole life. This is the type of thing that will really make you start to question, like, am I fucking Angela Bennett? Look, her mom is like, I don't know who this is. And imagine if she, like, puts her mom on the phone with, like, the police officer, and her mom says, like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who she's claiming to be. Just, like, make it even worse. She's just looking like, damn, they really stole my whole life and locked me up in jail. Under these false pretenses, this shit is a whole lie. The white man would never do that. Watch it later, Chariot Man Gaming. I think, well, her mom is like in a, I don't know, a home, like a senior citizen home. So I don't think her mom had anything, like any pictures or anything like that. And she had all the information in her house. But remember, while she was knocked out for them 3 days in Mexico, they went to her house. And they packed all her shit up. And they took all her shit, all her forms, everything. And they put her house on the market for sale. And none of her neighbors knew. Because none of her neighbors really saw her. She never left the house. She was a recluse. Internet bugging. Your internet's bugging? I'm like mostly through the movie now. How much is left? Let me see. I'm like an hour 25. Look. I just got to your comment, the boy in blue. Did you make a copy of the disc before it was ruined in Mexico? Nigga, how do you know my motherfucking disc was ruined in Mexico? I didn't tell you that. Why you asking me if I made copies and gave copies? You asked me a lot of motherfucking questions about this disc. He is evil, the boy in blue. He is. He is. I forgot these black people were in it. I only told Devlin it was ruined. How'd you know it was ruined? What's your name? You're not even with the FBI. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm so out of it. I'm tired. Like, the only person I told was Devlin. How did you know? Ah, she took her seatbelt off. And she crashed the car. She's like, I'm tired of this shit. She just keeps getting away. Oh, your movie won't load? She just got away from the other person they sent to get her. Because they wanted to know if she made copies of the disc or sent it to anybody else before they left her ass locked up in prison. They really got her, though. Like, they really did get her locked up. She would not have got out of that situation. Nobody would have believed her story that she was telling. Because we just believe the damn everything the computers fucking say. Like, it's definitely, like, The deep fakes of what they did to her life. You better run. He gonna run your ass over if you don't do this jump. Have you guys ever seen one of these bridges in real life? I can't think of what they're called. A drawbridge? Is that what it's called? I never noticed before that this movie was like pretty dark. They're like killing all her friends. She still has no identification. She has nothing. She just like has a little bit of cash. She's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? See, they're talking about, I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, but they're talking about like the banks, Chicago banks having to like shut down due to computer tampering. Like Praetorians like fucking with like all these systems and like all this infrastructure. They keep calling it like glitch, all these glitches. And she's the only one that like knows what's going on. Like all these community infrastructures are being like protected, quote unquote, by this gatekeeper system, which has a back door that this Praetorian group is like using to like fuck with everything. And the only person that knows right now is Sandra Bullock, and that's why they're trying to kill her ass, and that's why they stole her whole life. Wait, what are you guys talking about? You have a what? What do you have in Alameda? In Oakland? Wait, what are you guys talking about? I think I missed something. Ruth Marks. We're looking for Ruth Marks. Now, what did they just do? They just set motherfucking Sandra Bullock ass up for fucking murder. Because Devlin shot that black dude. He shot the black dude in the head and said that she did it. A spectacular car crash left one man dead with a gunshot wound to the head. We're looking for the other woman that was in the car with him. Criminal, Ruth Marks. She's like, I am not Ruth Marks. I did not shoot this man in the head. Like, why do they keep setting me up? They got me on the news. Like, they really set this bitch up. This 90s ass sweater. This was like such a 90s trend, definitely, of wearing these sweaters without no shirt underneath. She's really wearing this sweater as a shirt. Hi, Bashir. Oh, a drawbridge. That's when I was thinking. We have a drawbridge that goes from Oakland to Alameda. That's cool. They're basically going to make her say that she's Ruth. We have that type of bridge in Alameda. The Whitestone movie theater was near a drawbridge. That was a drawbridge? I'd never seen it up. Because there was a bridge over there, the Whitestone Bridge. That's a drawbridge? They're bugging. She's pissed. They really ruined her life. Her week or however long it was has been wild. This trend is back, wearing cardigans and shirts. Oh, is it? I guess. Hi, Teddy. You're supposed to wear a shirt under sweaters. I mean, a cardigan is supposed to be like a hoodie. Like, it's outerwear. Wearing like a very small one buttoned up as a shirt was like a 90s trend. But a lot of those 90s trends are coming back. So, but it's just funny. Because it's definitely not a shirt. Sandra probably don't even have no bra on. Like, she's got this little sweater on. She like broke into the job. Look, this woman is really pretending to be Angela Bennett. Look, like she's there in the office sitting at a cubicle. Sandra Bullock never came to the office and worked as Angela Bennett. They never saw her. She always worked from home. But now like this woman is coming in pretending to be her. Sitting at a workstation and everything. Look, she got like pictures up. She got books. It's probably mad people in the office that's like, I'm glad Angela decided to start coming into work, working from the office. She's so cool. Like, she's a really nice person. Like, they really think this is her. This woman. Now she's using their own shit against them because, like, she's a hacker too. Sandra Bullock. She like faked a fire in the building. She could probably never hear the name Ruth or Marx again without being triggered. I had a friend who literally wore an undershirt under everything, even t-shirts. People refuse to let go of the 90s. Yes, that is a drawbridge, not the Whitestone Bridge, but the little bridge right before you get to the theater. Oh, that, I know the bridge. Right, it's like right before you get to the theater. You go over a bridge and then you make a right. That's a drawbridge. I've never seen it up. I've never seen it up. When it goes up, it takes at least 30 minutes for it to come back down. Fake ass imposter. She just needed access. She is the imposter. Mozart's ghost. The fact that they keep showing this shit. Mozart's ghost. The fact that they actually had another woman come into the office and sit at the cubicle and pretend to be her is fucking wild. Like, after this whole thing comes out later on, all the people in the office are probably going to be like, wow, that really wasn't Angela. And we really thought it was her. We had no idea. Exactly, that's a drawbridge. I never knew that was a drawbridge, Vanity. I've never seen it up. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it. I don't think I have. Look, they got this whole fake backstory. Like, exactly, that's a drawbridge. That's disturbing and scary. Hacking always looks so cool in movies. This is wild. I'm surprised the band named Mozart's Ghost didn't come out. I didn't know that our bridge was a drawbridge until I saw it go up. It's for the boat. It's interesting. I've driven over that little bridge by Whitestone like a million times. I have literally never seen it up. Never. I never knew that was a drawbridge until right now. I'm gonna have to like Google that after this and like look into it. She just had to get access to the mainframe. Now she's like in the mainframe. Trying to like see if she can change shit back. Look, the fake Angela is really just standing there. Like, she's just standing there with everybody else. Like, bitch, you are the imposter. You just took over this woman's life. All cathedral employees, please return to your workstations. You're lucky you haven't seen it up because it's so annoying. I hear hacking in real life is nothing like the movies. She's the mole. Right, look, she's like talking to people. She's like standing there by the elevator like, come on, I'm trying to get back to work. I know, Angela, like, this is so whack. She's not even the real fucking Angela. Isn't that scary to think about? Like if somebody in your life that you thought you knew at work or something was like a fucking imposter. Look, she got all type of pictures. Look, she got family pictures. She got family photos. Who are these people? Who are these people that are in these pictures with her? She's not the real Angela Bennett. She got all this shit at the fucking desk, at the cubicle, like she's a real person. That shit is wild. This movie is like wild. The people at the office, yeah, Angela. She has a boyfriend, Bob. She's cool. We had drinks with her last week. What do you mean that wasn't really her? It was definitely her. She used to work from home and then she started coming in. No, it wasn't fucking her. They got a brunette and everything. They got somebody that's like Sandra Bullock adjacent. Yup, she got that shit. And she saved it. Security. Security. Bitch, how you gonna stick security on me? I am the real Angela Bennett. She's the mole. She's really faking like that's her. I'd have to kick her. I'd be terrified. She's standing there asking a lot of questions. Yes, my hacker friends have informed me it's very tedious and time consuming in real life. This false Angela is a mess. This is insane. This movie is a trip. I love it. That's what I said when so many of you guys said you've never seen it. I was like, we have to watch it because this movie is like wild as fuck. And even when the lady is like, did you guys see a brunette go by 5'7"? Like, bitch, that could be you. She's copied the disc. This movie's a trip. This movie was prescient as fuck. Me and her would have to fight. I don't care. Oh, was there? I don't know, Kyrie. Monica, this is crazy. I need to know how it ends. I need to know how it ends. I think we're almost to the end. Let's see how much time is left. Oh, yeah, there's only about 15 minutes left. I just looked. Look, they're having a healthcare protest. Y'all see that? Did y'all see the signs? Healthcare is a right. They're having a healthcare protest. Was this movie made in 1995 or 2025? Who knows? I can't tell. They're having like a candlelight vigil for all the people that have died because they haven't had access to healthcare. They have signs that say healthcare is a human right. If you like, look. I'm hella mad they had someone who low-key looked like her. Yes, they did. Like, they had somebody that, like, resembled her. That's why the neighbor, the boy in blue, that's why when she was, like, moving out, the neighbor really thought it was her. Because she only seen Sandra Bullock, like, one time, and only, like, from across the street, and Sandra Bullock was, like, behind the screen door. So they got somebody that kind of resembled her. That's why the neighbor was like, no, I saw her. She was like moving all her stuff out. It was her. I've seen her before. No, it wasn't her. Like, they really stole this bitch life. They really stole this bitch life. I'm hella mad they had someone who low-key looked like her or could be mistaken as her enough to nail down her demographics to get her caught up. The 90s had some good movies. The 90s was it. I can tell we're getting to the end because of the music that's on. This movie had me scared of the internet. This movie is eerie. It's straight up foretold the future. Hi. No. So I think you missed like the very, very beginning. In the very, very beginning, she ordered a pizza. She like ordered a pizza online. And when they dropped the pizza off, she went outside to get it. But her house, the house that she was living in, it had like a wraparound enclosed porch. And the porch had like a screen. So the neighbor still didn't fully see her because she like never came all the way out. She was like behind the screen door. And she just like opened the door and the pizza dude came in and gave her the pizza and then he left. And she ordered the pizza online, so she was only outside for like a second to give the dude the money. And the neighbor was across the street. And so the neighbor kind of saw her, but she didn't really see her. She only saw her just enough to see that she was like a brunette, you know, 5'7", whatever. Exactly. So they had this woman that kind of looked like her come in and like pretend to be her. That's why they had her start going into the office too, so that all the people in the office could be like, no, we've met Angela Bennett. We've seen her. Sandra Bullock is not her. Like they had a plan, a dastardly plan to steal this woman's life and to kill all the people that knew her in real life. Get away from the computer. Movie is eerie, is straight up foretold the future. She's like, I'm not trying to save the world, I'm trying to save myself. I thought the neighbor only saw the movers, but never actually saw her. If I were Sandra in this movie, I wouldn't have made it. Bruh. If I was Sandra in this movie, I wouldn't have made it. My dumb ass would have been like, well, I guess I really am Ruth Marks. We're talking about The Net with Sandra Bullock, 1995. She's 5'7" and a brunette. Easy to remember when those details are yours. Evil last plan, some mastermind shit. No, I don't think sleeping with her was a part of the plan, the Blowing Blue. Because he did tell her at one point that he really was attracted to her and he didn't want to kill her. When he was like, oh, if you just give us a disc, we'll give you your life back. Like, I really am attracted to you. I don't want to have to hurt you. God damn it. You're in the mainframe. It's eating through Greg's entire system. Devlin, do something. Look, so she actually just uploaded a virus. And when he hit the escape button, he set the virus on the system. So the system's done. She destroyed that shit. Oh, there was an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark like this? Are You Afraid of the Dark? Tale of the Chameleons. The scene kind of reminds me of the end of Red Eye. Yes, Faux Angela is the real Ruth Marks. Oh, that was the one that had Tia and Tamara. And Tamara was like an evil lizard person. The Tale of the Chameleons. They were on an episode of the show. That's what your dumbass get when you impersonate someone. That's the consequences. People think that's who you are, including when they want to kill that person. Ha! Yup. He fucking killed. Yup, Ori. When doppelgangers collide, he fucking killed the fake Angela. Thinking it was fucking Sandy. He shot Ruth, right? They look too similar. Like, yup, that's what you get, bitch. You try to steal this woman's life, you stole her little death. Oh, it came out in 1995? I remember Tamara had like green eyes or something, right? Now that you've said that, I vaguely remember it. Kyrie. Tamara was the bad one. When art imitates life. He shot Ruth. They look too similar. I miss floppy disks. When the plan works too well. I miss VHS. Like, Angela just kept getting away from them. Like, sometimes you get somebody that just has the will to live. Angela had that will to live. She was like, fuck y'all. You just killed your accomplice thinking it was me. Do you really think I'm going to hear you talking and just come to you? Who is this Tamara you speak of? There is no Tamara. Tamara is the lizard person. Look, Sandy killed his ass. She fucking killed him. She didn't just get away. She was like, fuck y'all. Like, y'all really tried to steal my fucking life. She had to do it, Olivia. She had to do it. He did. Yeah, it's one of those old memories that's been stuck in my head. I agree, he was never gonna stop. She didn't even hesitate. She killed him and she destroyed their program. She like uploaded a virus into their mainframe. That gatekeeper shit. And destroyed all that fake shit that they created. Even though they did still kill her friends. Like they still fucking killed Dale and Alan. And they killed Bob. Her friend Cyber Bob. Look, she moved back into her old house. He did. It's been one of those old memories that's been stuck in my head. She had to do it. Smart girl. He was never going to stop. She ain't even hesitate. Yeah, that's her mom. She had her mom come and live with her in the house. She like moved back into her house and had her mom come live with her there. The boy in blue. Sent over the internet by an Angela Bennett. Even though she still never got all her shit back. Like, they really took all her shit. 28-year-old Ruth Marks. Yeah, that was the real Ruth Marks. The net. Look, she out in the sun now. Like, y'all gonna see me. How about I come outside and help you? So that all the neighbors can see me. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm Angela Bennett. It's me. Half the shit just automatically started playing Eon Flux. I did not say I wanted to watch Eon Flux. Next. No, it was her mom. Yeah, she got her mom. She had her mom come live with her. I hope she hacked all her stuff back. This was wild. Yes, The Net is a great movie. I'm glad you guys were able to watch it and enjoy it. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies. And I feel like it's even more relevant now than it was when it came out in 1995. So, this was fun. Been a good grip since I sat down and watched The Net. This was great. Sandra did what she had to do. Because they stole her life. It was too much. So this was the last Sunday in November. So starting next week, we will be doing our December holiday bake movies. There will be a list. So I will be putting the list in the community tab for you guys to vote on, like how we did for our October Halloween bake movies. And as always, the December movies are going to be holiday movies with a Black woman lead. So I'm glad we were able to watch this one. It's really funny because like we were just talking about The Net and then they put it on Hulu. So Sandra did what she had to do. She's one of my favorite white people. She handled that. Yes, I really like this one. So I'm glad for those of you that were able to watch it for the first time. So I will see you guys next week. Hopefully you guys had some great time off. If you had any time off from school or work, Yes, we are almost done. We're Ratchet 2020. We're in the home stretch. We're about to be in the very last month of the year. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.